on. Okay, good. Okay. So we can charge this one. Give me a second, y'all. My bad, man. My bad. Okay. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous at the same time. Drill Sergeant got daddy daycare going on right now. Give me a second. Hold up. Okay, here we go. And let me close this. Let me go get my phone real quick, y'all, so I can hold on one second, y'all. Let me grab my phone real quick. Just so I can chat with y'all. All right, y'all. Now we good, right? Yes. Okay, y'all. So, my bad. I'm going to go ahead and get into this right now, okay? So, I'm looking. What's up, S-Fam? I see y'all up in here. By the way, this is Drill Sergeant Lynch. I'm back in with another video. I know I haven't been very active on this page, and I know I say this multiple times. I haven't been very active on this page, but we done. All right, I got to give y'all a whole update, and I will. But before I do that, y'all seen. Y'all got to excuse me. My daughter's in here, by the way. But y'all seen the title to this stream. I'll hook a thumbnail up to it later. The title of this stream, right? So I'm looking through the comments on one of my videos, and I deleted this comment because I don't want to give this person who commented, I don't want to give them any props or any, you know what I mean? I don't know. If I'm being petty, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna just get into it. Y'all see the comment down here, right? This is our conversation that we had, and y'all will see that some of my drill sergeants started coming out, and I started tripping out a little bit. So this commenter says, I forget what the video was about, man, but the commenter says, "This is not the Marines. Me and I are in the English language. Me and I are in the English language. Just because it's the Army doesn't give permission to change the proper way to speak. And yelling, that crap is so outdated. Everyone knows they willing join the Army, and with that, the potential of conflict exists. This BS yelling has got to go. So does the scripted phone calls and fast eating of meals. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing but creating more medical issues." So what I'm gonna do, man, and I know I got my responses to these comments, but I'm gonna give my thoughts on them as we go. Okay, I gotta address this, man, because this hit me in a spot, and I'm trying to keep it professional. Hold on, y'all gotta. If I go off the screen, I'm trying to hook my daughter up real quick. But I'm trying to keep it professional. And I don't know, y'all, whoever wants to say, you know, that me commenting back or whatever makes me look like whatever, I'll delete this video later if I want to. But I want to address this, okay? You're right. This is not the freaking Marines. It's not the Marines. It's the Army. Me and I are in the English language. We know that it's in the freaking English language. So what this person is commenting to is because in this video, I said that when the trainees come up to me to talk, or request whatever they want to request, I don't want them to come up and say, you know, drill sergeant, me and my battle buddy. I don't want to hear me and my battle buddy. I'm just because the Army doesn't give permission to change the proper way to speak. No one's asking for permission. First of all, I'm requiring trainees. I require trainees when they want something from me. They don't come up to me and say, drill sergeant, I want this. Drill sergeant, can I have this? They don't do that. That's not what I want them to do. As a trainee, and if I know it's not the freaking Marines, but who says the Army can't be inspired by the Marines and want that same kind of intensity? The Marines, I believe, as a drill sergeant, I believe the Marines, they kind of give inspiration to the Army. They should. I'm inspired by Marines. Their passion for being Marines, their intensity. I would like to be, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier, but I would like to be more like Marines in certain ways. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I'm getting heated. Y'all see the sweat in my armpits? I need to turn my fan on. 1 second. Give me a quick second. You good, Mama? Are you about to get in my... Don't get in my chair, okay? Mommy's home. Mommy's home. You want to go see Mommy? You go see Mommy and Nessa?
Yeah.
Okay. You go see Mommy and Nessa, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What? Because I heard the door open. Come over here. Come over here, Kaylee. Wait. Come over here. Go underneath. Give me 1 second, y'all. Go underneath.
You was ready for Mommy that fast?
Go under. Go under.
Come on, boogers. You got my text?
No.
Her stroke test was negative. It's just her allergy.
Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Dealing with the daughter. Wifey just got home. This is not how I want this page to be, man. Can you close the door for me, please, babe?
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. Woosah. Y'all got to rock with me, all right? I don't like this page to be like this. I want to be more professional on this page, but I had to do daddy daycare. Wifey just got home. She's going to take care of the daughter. So, like I was saying, man, I'm just going to take this step by step, everything that's going on here, and I'll get to the comments or whatever the case may be. Yes, the Army is not the Marines, but certain things I see the Marines do as a drill sergeant, I wouldn't mind being like the Marines. Like I said, their passion, their freaking discipline, the way that they are, the way that the Marines discipline is, yes, you're freaking right that I would want the Army, when I see the Marines, I want soldiers to be kind of like that. I'm not saying they have to be Marines, because of course they're soldiers, and I pride myself on being a soldier, but I want to be disciplined. I want us to be as disciplined, us to be seen to be as disciplined as Marines are. I know that it doesn't give us the permission to change the proper way to speak, but that's what I require trainees to freaking come up to me and request from me. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear me and my battle buddy need. I don't want to hear what you need and what you want from drill sergeant to trainee and just to anyone else who has a problem with the way that I have trainees speak to me. You will come up to me and say, drill sergeant, private so-and-so request permission to speak. Not drill sergeant, I want to speak to you, or drill sergeant, can I speak to you? When you come up and say, can I? I'm going to answer your question. You can. You can speak. You're speaking now. Are you allowed to speak to me right now? Once you request it. Once you request to speak to me. And I don't want to hear I need to speak to you. Okay? But I don't play dumb. As a drill sergeant, I don't play the games all the time. Okay? When I can see that when a trainee's in a desperate, drill sergeant, I need to speak to you real quick. Okay, I'm not even going to play with it. What's going on, trainee? What's going on, private so-and-so? Drill sergeant, I need to speak to the sharp representative. Or drill sergeant, I need to speak to drill sergeant so-and-so for this situation. Okay, I got it. That, I and me and stuff like that. Okay, understood. Speak how you speak. And really the only time that I require them to say that is when they're requesting permission to speak. When they're requesting a roll of toilet paper. When they're requesting some more paper towels. When they're requesting, something like that. That's the only time. And basically in the beginning of the sentence when they come up requesting something. That's the only time I have them say, drill sergeant, private so-and-so. That's the only time I don't allow them to use I and me and we. And my reason for that is because I want them to understand there's no I in team. That's the concept of it. There's no I in team. That's why. So myself and battle buddy, private so-and-so and battle buddy are requesting blah, 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 blah. That's how that goes. I just want to clarify that for anybody along with this commenter who has any issue, who think they have any issues. If you've been in the Army, if you've been whatever the case may be, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. And none of my battle buddies have a freaking problem with that. They may think it's a little extra, but it's not so big of a thing like, oh, why do they got to do that? Why do they do that? It's not this issue right here. All right. So now, and the yelling, that crap is so outdated. The yelling and the cause and the display of, I'm so heated right now, I can't even think, man. The yelling and the causing of stress that little bit of causing of stress in a basic combat training environment is freaking required to get trainees to feel the stresses of combat. That's why we yell all the time. That's why we yell, to give them that so they can get used to being in a combat situation in case they are being engaged by the enemy, so they can freaking keep their mind focused on what they need to focus on. That's why we freaking yell. And not only that, I freaking yell because I like to yell as a drill sergeant, okay? Whatever. That's why we freaking yell. To introduce the stresses of freaking combat. That's why we freaking do it. And if you ask me, it's probably never going to freaking be outdated. It's probably never going to be outdated. Because we have to introduce, in basic combat, we have to introduce the stresses of combat. Basic combat training, introducing the stresses of combat. That's why we freaking yell. Everyone knows willing join the army. You want to talk about, I'm not even going to be petty. I'm not going to be petty. Potential conflict exists. Okay, maybe it does exist, but that's a situation where the trainees need to think on their tones, maintain their military bearing. This is stuff that we teach in basic training. It's not just yelling. For me, sometimes it's yelling just because I like to. For most of the time, it's yelling because I like to. But it's freaking required for us to introduce the stresses of freaking combat. That's why we do it. So I told this person, I can't understand how yelling and requiring people to eat a little bit faster can... How does yelling cause injuries? Am I screaming so loud in a freaking trainee's ear that their eardrum busts? No. I might get excited and spit a little bit on their face, but now we wear the face mask and all that. So, okay. And I never purposely spit on a trainee. If a trainee did something that pissed me off so bad and made me yell, I would get in their face and I would yell about it. And if the spit happens, the spit happens. They shouldn't have done the wrong freaking thing after they've been told not to do it. Point blank, period. That's what basic combat training, that's what basic is about. That's what basic is about. Basic is about following attention to detail and being disciplined. Being disciplined. I have to discipline. I got to discipline them. Point blank, period. Also, the scripted phone calls and fast eating of the meals, y'all ain't doing nothing but creating more medical issues. The scripted phone calls is specifically we don't have much time. And the scripted phone calls is only their initial phone call. It's only the initial phone call. Within that first 72 hours, whoever this is, I don't know if they've been in the army or not. I would think maybe they have been. But you got to realize, we have 72 hours to get the initial stuff done. All that paperwork we got to do, 3 days. 3 days for that stuff. And some of us can get it done in 1 day, but we don't have time to give you your 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes that first day. Oh, let me call my mom and my girlfriend and my sister and my brother. You're not calling everybody. You call one person, let them know that you got here safely, that you're getting ready to do this, and that's it. You'll get your phone call. Nowadays, we give you a phone call every freaking week anyway. So I don't know. And the fast eating of meals. Let me get to the fast eating of the meals, okay? When first of all, when the drill sergeant schedules something for the trainees, for the most part, it's already scheduled. There's already a time frame put in there. You can do this between this time and this time. So whoever we take to the dining facility, they get 30 minutes time in the dining facility. That's what we give them. I'm pretty sure the standard is that trainees get 30 minutes to eat, but you got to think about it. From the time that we get into the dining facility, our allotted time, another company will be in there 30 minutes later. Another company will be in there ready to eat 30 minutes later. And if we're slow and we take longer than 30 minutes and that other company doesn't get to come eat until 10 minutes after their allotted time, we could potentially be making them late for their transportation, which you can't miss, because trans will go there at the freaking pickup spot, turn right around and leave if that unit is not freaking there. So when we get our 30 minutes to eat, we get 30 minutes for them to get in there, sit down, eat their food, and get out. Point blank, period. So we got to say, hey, I'm timing them. I'll time them 15 minutes. You sit down, you get 15 minutes to eat, you get up and you get out. We don't have time to be lollygagging around in basic training. We don't have time for that. And I think, what it's down here, she says, what did she say? I get so heated about this stuff, y'all. I get so heated about this stuff. Drill Sergeant Lynch. Well, if anyone in the military had an ounce of scientific or medical intelligence, you would be able to read the research that indicates eating too quickly can lead to metabolic disorder, heart problems, digestion issues, and can contribute to obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Try reading and doing some research sometime. Even if I read that crap, even if I read it, I would have to it would have to be almost a mutiny or something like that. You know what I'm saying? For we would have to go up to the medical officials above us and freaking have some kind of proof. We don't set that up. And this has been in place for longer than whoever can freaking imagine. You act like we are the ones who write the standard for how long the trainees get to eat. I didn't freaking come up with that. But I can tell you one thing, I'm way more lenient than I was treated when I was freaking in basic training. I remember being in basic, sitting down, drill sergeant giving us 3 freaking minutes to finish our meal. We're up and we're out of there. Now from then, I know the standard has freaking changed. So whoever this is, I don't want to hear nothing about you need to read up and do your medical research or whatever, because 15 years ago has changed a lot from how it is today. And we are way lenient today than we used to be treated freaking 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago when we were in freaking basic training. We let them sit down and eat. I might tell them hurry up, but I don't give them freaking 5 minutes. I don't give them 10 minutes. I'll give them 15 minutes at least. Unless for some reason it's my fault, which rarely is, that they've got there and they're not on there. They're going to be late and miss the next hit time or something like that. At that time, I'll tell them, look, y'all got to hurry up. And I don't do it in the fashion of, just hurry up, get out, get it, whatever. I tell them in a mentor way, in a mentor type way, look, y'all got to hurry up. We don't have time. It's not really a rushing thing, but I'm telling them they need to freaking hurry up. I'll do that much. But as far as rushing them to eat, and let me tell y'all something. There's something in play anyway when it comes to their digestion. All that stuff has been taken into play. Let me tell you this. And they're freaking all that diabetes. After they eat, we are not allowed to have them do any kind of corrective training, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever, corrective training because they did something wrong for 30 minutes. We can't touch them. They can't do any exercising or anything for 30 minutes after they eaten. So all that stuff has probably already been taken into play. It's already been taken into play, man. The digestion issues, the heart problems, whatever disorder, obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol. And the Army's not perfect. Once again, I didn't write the standard. I didn't come up with the standard. I just enforce the standard that's out. I don't come up with the standard. I enforce it. But this stuff has been taken into play because it's changed. It's changed already. We don't touch them. 30 minutes after they eat, they're not allowed to exercise. And you should see what happens at the fitness training unit. After the trainees eat, they get to go and relax for like at least 45 minutes. At least 45 minutes. They get to chill and relax, digest their freaking food, and then they'll go and do some freaking PT after that. I say, and I haven't been at FTU for long, but I can tell you, I was just told today by one of the senior drill sergeants, after they eat, they go in there, and they don't do anything. If I'm not mistaken, he said for at least an hour. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say 45 minutes. We don't touch them. We don't touch. And I can only say that because I haven't been there. I've only been there for this is my first day today. So that's that, okay? And I don't like how whoever this is, I don't like how they're trying to freaking insult my intelligence, insult the freaking Army's intelligence, insult the drill sergeant's intelligence, the military in general. If anyone in the military had an ounce of scientific or medical intelligence, duh, we have scientific and medical intelligence. We have it in there. That's why stuff has changed. That's why stuff has changed. Try reading and doing some research sometimes. Get the hell out of here, man. Get out of here. And that's why this last little part, I hope y'all can read this, man. And I can make it a little bit bigger for y'all. That's why this last little part down here, I responded with, what the F is your attitude coming from? You act like drill sergeants write the standards on how long trainees get to eat. We're not in freaking charge of that. There's all kinds of things that come into play that I'll address in the video. That's what I freaking said, man. Somebody, and I'm not trying to give this person no ups or nothing like that. That's why I blacked out their name and their freaking little thing up there. But I'm not giving them nothing. I'm not giving them nothing because of the way that they came like that. And that's how I'm doing right now, this video. Maybe it's not very professional, y'all, okay? Maybe it's not professional for me to come like this, but I'm just going to show it. I'm going to do it at least this time, man. That's the way it is. That's the way it is in basic training, and that's just how the Army will change it if they feel like it, man. Let them freaking change it. Let them worry about it. Till then, I'm going to do my freaking job. If they tell us, if we have a 30-minute time frame for freaking, I don't know, 100 trainees to eat, if that's their time frame, that's their freaking time frame that they're getting. And I'm not going to freaking complain about it, because when I was in basic, I remember 5 minutes. And my drill sergeant this is what my drill sergeant used to do. 30, 12, 9, 2, you're done. Put it down, get your trays and go. Just like that. Start at 30, count 4 numbers and say that we're done eating. Point blank, period. So they can deal with it, man. They can deal with 15 minutes of chow time. They can freaking deal with that. And that's all. That's how it is, man. After chow, we already smoked by doing Y squat. That's what the doctor said. Doug the Eliminator said the comment equals 20. So I'm just getting it out there, man. I'm just getting it out there. S-Fam, I want to thank all y'all for coming through, man. I want to thank all y'all for coming through just to see what was up in the chat. Give y'all little comments in the chat. I at least wanted to invite y'all, S-Fam, because this is something big, and I wanted to do it on this page just to address the person who commented and said whatever they wanted to say. Okay? I had 7 minutes to eat from the time we entered the DFAC, and it made me a better person. That's what Scott Villaquette said. And Scott, my bad if I got your name wrong. You can taste the food when it comes back. Now go. And see, this is all I hear a lot of y'all stuff. This is old school. This is the old school Army. Tell us what the name of the writer, for goodness sake. Zamora, I'm not even gonna give the commenter. Maybe the commenter is here watching the video, but I'm not even gonna give them any big up, man. Ever drink from potable water tanks? Haha. We're immune to anything after that. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is, man, because I'm not even gonna big up them like that. We will refer to the writer as college. Y'all are crazy, man. God, the paperwork reception was absolute worst part of basic training. I freaking hated all the damn paperwork. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You get paperwork in reception. You get paperwork when you get to your first freaking unit, man. That's how it is. You get paperwork every time you PCS and go to a new unit. But in basic, you just don't have, we don't have that luxury to give the trainees a 30-minute phone call on their first day. Hey, Mom, I love you. I made it to my first unit. I'm out of reception. I got to go do paperwork and get ready to start red phase. Point blank, period. That's all it is. And that's basically how the script goes, except we give them the address so they can have the address to write the trainees. We give them the Facebook page. And on top of that, we give them time to take a picture of the script and send the picture of the script via text message to their freaking family. So the scripted phone calls, I doubt that they're gonna go anywhere. Even if they do, that's something so small. Oh, the scripted phone calls gotta go too. Who's worried about that? They're gonna get their phone calls nowadays in basic training. Almost every freaking weekend, depending on the commander, we give our trainees a phone call every single Sunday for at minimum 20 minutes, at maximum 30 minutes. And And don't let it be like how it is now with the virus and everything. When they don't actually get family day, the day they graduate, we'll give them like an hour and a half to get on the phone. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Scripted phone call, whatever. I got his logic, but he only ever yelled when it was necessary. I think yelling works when you're trying to get a point across, but it's not always needed. And with Nick, I agree with that, Nico. I agree. But you piss off a drill sergeant. Piss off a drill sergeant and you will see, I guarantee you, more than 50% of your drill sergeants in your unit are going to freaking raise their voice when they get pissed off. That's just how it is. They're going to raise their voice. And we don't only yell for reasons of anger. We don't only yell for reasons of anger. We sound off and be loud so that when we're speaking across a formation of freaking 60 trainees that may be freaking, I don't know, 30 feet by 10 feet wide. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe even more than that. 50, 60 feet by 20 or 30 feet wide. When you're yelling across a formation like that, don't let it be a freaking company formation. Don't let it be a company formation where you got freaking, I don't know, it's probably an eighth of a mile walk or something like that from the edge of first formation to the end of freaking fourth formation. Fourth platoon. First platoon and fourth platoon. When you got that wide of a formation, you're going to freaking raise your voice. You're going to yell. You're not going to... Okay, guys, listen up. So we're going to go upstairs. We're going to wash our hands. When you're talking to freaking 200 trainees from all the way over there to all the way over there. Guys, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to wash our hands. And our next hit time is going to be at 2000 for final formation, okay? You're not going to freaking talk like that. You're going to sound off and you're going to freaking yell. The yelling's not going anywhere in basic training. It's not going anywhere. We have to introduce the stresses of combat. We have to at some point in time. If we don't, what's the point of basic training? You might as well send them to their first unit and let their first unit teach them everything. Send them straight to their line unit and let the line unit teach them everything. And even then, especially depending on your MOS, they're going to introduce the stresses of combat. Point blank, period. This whole conversation, this comment, whoever the person who made this comment, whatever, man. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. Man. Navy here, but love my brothers in the Army. That's what's up, Mr. Muffin. That's what's up, man. Can you order room service in the Air Force because basic? Y'all are crazy. Do recruits get to keep their cell phones with them in basic training? Roxy, no, they don't, Roxy. Dantech USA, even the Air Force BMT was sit, eat, and get out. Granted, that was back in 2009 when we maybe had a few minutes at best to eat. See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly, in 2009, that's exactly what it was, even in the Army. But nowadays, all right, y'all sit down. Y'all go ahead and sit down. We're sitting around with the main thing that we're rushing in the dining facility. The main thing that we rush in the dining facility is for them to get through that condiment area, get through the salad bar, and sit down. And then on top of that, don't let it be on the main chow line when they get their food. Don't let them be short-staffed where it takes them freaking 5 minutes to get through there. Yes, we're going to push the trainees to get in and get out because another unit is going to come in after us. And we have to be somewhere. We have to be to a certain area to get on a bus so that we can get to our training that's freaking 3-4 miles away because we're not marching there. We want to get to our training in like 15 minutes, not in an hour. We don't have that freaking time. So we're going to push them to eat. Let's go to trans from there. We're going to get on our transportation and go to training. Like I said, there's a unit who's coming in after us. They're going to have trans 30 minutes after they freaking get in there. So they got to freaking get in. We got to get in there and freaking get out, man. They're going to get in there and get out. Nobody should have their cell phones in basic at all. I agree, man, but that's how it is. With COVID in the Air Force, BMT got 5 minutes to eat due to only one flight being able to eat at chow at a time. Exactly. That's another thing. See, but what we did, Lamb, was we would break our company down in half. We have 4 platoons in our company. So 2 platoons will go eat in the dining facility, and we would also get field feed at the same time, and the other 2 platoons would eat freaking field feed. That way we can do social distancing in the dining facility and all the trainees can get there, sit down and eat. It's no need to rush because we have social distancing in the dining facility and trainees are taking too long to eat. There's no rush. They're doing social distancing. Only half the company comes in. And then what we do, if 1st and 2nd platoon eat in the dining facility for breakfast and 3rd and 4th platoon get field feed for breakfast, then 3rd and 4th will get dining facility for lunch. And then 1st and 2nd platoon will get field feed for lunch. And then we swap again. That's how we mitigate. They switch every other time, man. I'm glad I got to vent about this. Like I said, this is not the most professional way for me to address this on this page, especially y'all. Y'all know I try to be the most professional as I can be, okay? And my drill sergeant just came out, man. I'm not even going to make an excuse for it. I'm not going to make an excuse. I did it, and I freaking did it. I came out here, I commented on this whole situation, and it is what it is, man. Point blank, period. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, y'all. I just wanted to address that. I need to work on some more stuff for this page. I do apologize to all the new subscribers. Y'all probably been coming to this page and expecting me to talk about stuff. I will, man. I will. Y'all just got to give me a minute. If you don't know and you're new to this page, I had another YouTube page that I was doing all my drill sergeant stuff on, and I was getting unprofessional with it. So I turned that back to my personal page, and this page that you're on now is my more professional drill sergeant page. And I don't promote my other page on this page. I just don't, because this page is this page, point blank, period. If you want to come to this page to find out stuff about basic training, anything, in the Army, whatever, that's what I do this page on in a professional manner, point blank, period. It just is what it is. But anyway, S-Fam, I want to thank all y'all for coming through. Come checking this chat out. I really do appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I don't want this to be a lengthy chat. I think I've made my point with this video. That's it, y'all. I got more stuff to come on this page. Y'all just got to bear with me. Appreciate y'all for joining. It's Drill Sergeant Lynch. I'm on the trail doing what I got to do. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Deuces, I'm out.